Okay guys, so in this video we're going to be discussing the thank you page and all the fine things we do there. A lot of people actually blow off the thank you page. They don't think it's very important. It's actually one of the most important pages in the entire funnel. So if I go in here and I type in my name, I opt into my page, this is going to be the page that is shown immediately after. And again, this applies to our 2K funnel. We're going to have something very different on the SC funnel. So I want to break down everything we're trying to accomplish on this page. I'm even going to show you how we set this up inside of EverWebinar here in a moment. But first off, what we need to understand is what are our objectives with this page. So a lot of people think on this page it's just either a middleman page where just a person waits for a few minutes to attend the webinar, or they think like, hey, you need to say something really good in the thank you video to get people to attend the webinar. The goal of this page is a few different things, and let's go through all of them. The first and largest priority of this page is to get people to attend the event. All right? And the way we're going to get people to attend the event is by getting them to check their email first and foremost, hooking them with a very good attendance bonus, showing them results of other people that have attended the event, and tripling down on the promise. This is how we're going to get people to attend the event. This is why people are going to show up. Now, what we're also doing right here is we're also beginning the sales process. Because what we're going to be doing is really starting to hammer these D2 and D3s. Results are fast. It's easy to understand. You don't need tech skills. You don't need hard costs. It's actually safe. Again, we never want to mention what the actual process we're using is. Okay, we don't ever want to be like, hey, we're doing e-commerce. If I'm running something right now that has similar products in the marketplace or the process has been heard before, I'm not going to say, hey, look, we're going to build a Shopify store. I'm going to say, look, we're going to do something that only Walmart's been doing, and it's suddenly open up to the public. Right? You got to keep them curious. You can't tell them the end of the movie. Right? You can't tell them Vader's Luke's father at the beginning of the thank you page. So we're also going to be beginning the selling process right here. But this is by far the most important thing we are trying to achieve, because attendance is the greatest and single best indicator of how your webinar is going to do. It's the most important stat. If you want to double your webinar sales, get 10% attendance to 20%. It's the easiest way to double your webinar sales. Most people have terrible attendance because they don't focus on these things right here. So let's also back up and think about what we're trying to do here with the video that's on the thank you page and all the messaging. So you have to understand that there's going to be two things going on, and we're going to talk about how to set this up in the EverWebinar setup video. But if a person's coming on from desktop or a person's coming on from a mobile phone, we're going to do something very different. So when they're on a desktop, our job is to get them into the webinar room as fast as possible, because most of your closes are going to happen live on the call. If I go look at my sales tracking, almost all of them come from people that are in the live room. If they're on a mobile phone, we want to strongly encourage them to come back later and get on the desktop. And so on a mobile phone, it's very important that we get them to their email as fast as possible. Because if they're not opening our emails, if they're not trained to open our emails, we're not going to succeed here. We're not going to succeed here. And so understand, these are our priorities on the page. When they're on desktop, we're just going to get them straight into the room, get them viewing it right now, and go from there. And if they're on a mobile phone, we need to get them in a position where they can actually view it. A lot of people, imagine someone walking through a checkout line at the grocery store. They see your ad, they opt in. That person's not going to stick around and watch your 2-hour webinar. It's just not going to happen, even if you have the best webinar copy that's ever existed. So the way we get people also to attend is with an incredible attendance bonus. You need to look at your big promise, and you need to look at how could you make something that seems push button, that they think if they just had this alone, they could also go and start getting results. What we found is a $100 a day checklist, like literally a checklist that all these people are using that you're going to see me talk about in the Think video, all these people are using to go and crush it with this. You're going to get the same exact checklist when you attend this call. So you definitely want to use that. And you're going to see throughout the entire funnel, we use this checklist to get them to open emails. And we use this checklist to get them to open closing emails too. They don't really get the checklist until almost 96 hours into the funnel. So it's a real kind of bait and switch kind of situation right there. And that's okay, because we got to get them attending. And really, they're going to forget all about the attendance bonus about halfway through the call. Now, we also show them other people's results of people who attend the call, and we structure it that way because we want them to say, these people got results. And if you want to get results like these people, maybe you should do exactly what these people do and attend this call, because again, we're going to show you exactly how to go out there. We're going to build this right in front of you. You're going to see over the shoulder as we do this. You're going to watch step by step. You want to stress that they're going to see the step by step, they're going to see the behind the magic trick. And we're going to show you exactly how to do all these things that you want to do without the things you hate. And so these are our goals right here, and this is what's trying to be accomplished. So let's look at the specific pages for the event. So if we're working with this on desktop, you're going to see the person's going to come right here, and then there's going to be a link that says, look, the webinar room has actually opened up. Click here and you go straight into the training, because we just want the person to just go straight in if they're on desktop. Okay? This is the goal right here. Now, if they're on a mobile device, let me show you what will be happening right here. It's the same exact thank you page. Now, in every webinar, we're going to be using thank you page number 2. We're going to go to customize, and I would almost suggest you copy everything I have on this page word for word. Most of it is interchangeable. I mean, all of this is literally copy and paste. Sometimes, a lot of times in the course, I'm going to say don't do this, but this is one example where you can just copy and paste. Okay, and so you can come in here and you can edit all these things, and let's talk about everything that's going to be going on this page now that we're looking at it. So one really strong thing that you want to use in your headlines, one of the themes of the webinar is watch us build a 10K a month business in 20 days. The thing you want in a short time frame without the things you hate. Just putting this out, just using this everywhere throughout your funnel, what the thing that they're going to get without the thing I hate is a really powerful headline. So, for example, when I'm sending emails to people, I refer to it as the 10K a month webinar, 10K in 20 webinar. I always use that over and over again. The thing you want without the things you hate in a very quick time frame. Anytime I can re-emphasize that. Now, if they're on a mobile phone, I really focus on getting them to watch this video, and I do have a link to join the room directly, but they're not going to get to this unless they're like, they really want to view the call right now. All right, because most people on mobile phone, they are not in a position to watch. So I do have this right here because some people sign up for the just in time. And I said, look, if your webinar is less than 20 minutes out, we've already opened the room. And if they're doing just in time, I don't want them sitting on their phone for 10 minutes looking at a page. Have you ever done that on your phone? I've never sat at a page for 10 minutes on my phone and waited for something to happen. It's too hard. Okay, the phone is too addictive and seductive of a device for a person to send a page. So I'm just like, hey, look, if you want to watch a webinar right now, boom. And that's if they sign up for just in time. However, what's going to happen is they're going to watch this video right here. Technical. So we're not going to watch the video in this video. What you need to understand is that what's being said here is irrelevant. I'm going to give you the script on what to say right here. And it's actually pretty damn simple. So here's exactly how this video will work. It's a very simple script. 1, stress the results people have gotten, primarily using your attendance bonus with the information in this webinar. Then stress they need to confirm their email, or they'll be locked out or locked out. And so in order to get the attendance bonus and get all the information they need to use the attendance bonus, they need to check their email as soon as this video is done, or they will be locked out. Re-emphasize that. We need to confirm that you're attending because we only have 500 seats or whatnot. Next, what we need to do is we need to stress that if their webinar is less than 20 minutes out, they can actually join below right now because we usually open the room early for Q&A. Then what we're going to do again is start showing results of people and then stressing they did it without the things they hate, the big promise. And then also present it again as a new opportunity that they're getting into. And this is only working because it's so new and it's something that most people haven't been aware of to this point. Stress again. They need to go confirm their email because all these people are using the checklist or whatever the attendance bonus is. I'm going to use checklist right here. And it would be a real shame if they did not get to attend this event because then they won't get the attendance bonus, they won't get all the information, we don't know when we're doing again. So make sure that they don't get locked out of the event. Now, as we go through this list right here, stress, it's going to be starting at the time you signed up for. Now, as we go through this, as you go through the script right here, this is all of it right here. What you need to say is that your attendance emails are going to be sent to your email 1 hour, 6 hours, 12 hours before your call starts. Again, stress this right here. And just be like, you need to watch your email for these emails because if you miss them, you won't be able to attend. So what you need to do right now that the video's done is go check your email and watch it as we get closer to the call. You'll get an email right when we go live and you'll be able to jump straight into the room and we'll be beginning right away. If you don't attend, you won't get the bonus, you won't get this information. It's going to be it's just going to be a major bummer. Okay, so this is exactly how we want to communicate this right here. Okay, and I'll put the list of the steps of the script right here. It's not really important what you say word for word. It's just important that we stress the results it gets, confirm that if they don't check their email, they're going to get locked out. Tell them they need to check their email, and if they're going to get emails leading up to the time as well, and they get a final email when we go live, and that they'll be able to join through that. Okay, and if their webinar is less than 20 minutes out, aka they did the just in time, there should be a link right below the video. On desktop, we only allow just in time, so there will always be a link right below the video. And on mobile, sometimes they do just in time, and so that's why we kind of hide the link a little bit lower below. Show them results people are getting without the things they hate. Always frame it as a new opportunity. Discuss that they will not get the checklist if they don't attend, and these people are getting all these results following the step-by-step checklist. We've literally turned this process into something that is step-by-step, and it would be a shame because they will get locked out if they don't check their email right now and watch their email for the emails coming in. This is the script we're going to follow on that. With EverWebinar right here, I'm not going to get into how to fill out the page. It's pretty straightforward. It's like a ClickFunnels page. You can just click around and do this. What I will show you how to do real quick is how to set up this joining now. Okay, so when we go into EverWebinar, you're going to see if you click on your links, there's going to be a skip everything link. Direct link to the live room. We're going to take that and we're going to use that on the link right here. Just go click edit and you can see you can set up a link right here. Now, I also want to stress, you might be wondering, I'll answer this question, we'll go over it in the setup. How are we going to make a mobile opt-in and a desktop opt-in? All you're going to do is you're going to make the same webinar twice. You're just going to clone it. Okay, and so then you can have slightly different things on the thank you page. And you can have slightly different sign-up times. And I'll get into the webinar settings and everything later on. But then all you're going to do is on ClickFunnels, you can easily go in and you can have a mobile page that only has code for mobile. And then you can have a desktop page that only has code for desktop. So it will show a different form that we can grab from EverWebinar that will allow us to embed different forms on the page. So we'll take that code, slap it on right here, and we're good to go. And so that's how we'll be able to do that system right there. Okay, so this is everything that goes into the thank you page and that we're going to be looking at on the thank you page.